bread drink smells amazing. Did you make it yourself? You've really got a knack for this. At one of our food drives, a kind-hearted lady brought along her homemade bread drink. She said it was quite the project. You gotta chop up bread into bits, sprinkle on some sweet malt sugar, toast it till it's nice and warm, then soak it to let it ferment into a bubbly delight. Oh, this tastes just as good as the bread drink she made. I know everything about keeping bellies full. I'm not bragging, you know. I'm like Elysium's walking encyclopedia of food. There's nothing about food that Commissary Truffle doesn't know. So, any questions you've got about food, like where to find the best veggies in season right now, or what's in a certain dish, I've got all the answers. Challenge accepted. Let me have another sip. Boreal berries. Though they're a bit tart right now, they'd have become sweeter and juicier a couple of days later. I know. This taste is so familiar. Just give me a moment. Vermilion teardrops! Freshly picked this morning from the wild, right? Why so surprised? It's no big deal. Filbert and I have tried everything you can imagine. There's nothing unfamiliar to my taste buds. Now, vermilion teardrops are a bit sour, like plums, so they go well with sweet berries. Giant pine cones have tough shells, but the nuts inside are tender, crunchy, and sweet. Creeping tendrils taste just as awful as they look. Insulating sealant looks like milk and smells fruity, but if you eat it, you'll get a tummy ache, so never try it. When I was little and wandering with Filbert, we occasionally nibbled on something poisonous and got sick. But don't worry, now I'm quite the expert at identifying which plants are safe to munch on. Because there was nothing much to eat, I started wandering alone at a very young age. I've always been a big eater, so even though kind people sometimes gave me food, it was never enough. I was always hungry. Oh, don't feel bad for me. I'm not upset about it because I met Filbert soon after. That day, I was super hungry, and so was Filbert. She was just a tiny piglet then, but she gave me the only piece of bread she had found in a bin. I don't quite remember what I was thinking back then, just that I whispered into her ear, "Let's leave the city and find food in the wild together." Amazing, right? Filbert must be a gift from the gods. Ever since that day, Filbert has carried me to fields and forests to find food. We never went hungry again. And we've even been able to share extra food with other starving people. Oh, I wonder if Filbert's hungry out there on her own. Can I take the rest of this drink to share with her? Oh, okay. Then I won't drink it either. Filbert is my best friend. Rejecting her is the same as rejecting me. It'd hurt her feelings, and mine too. But still, thank you for the bread drink. I'm full now. See you around. Huh? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, you saw through me. Well, they say sharing bread is good and sharing troubles is bad. But since you asked, maybe you can help me figure this out. A few days ago, I met a really obnoxious guy. He seemed to be a butler for some noble family, and he wanted to buy loads of nuts from us commissaries. He and his men brought 7 big bags, and the payment offered was all zeros and commas. As a priestess in the church always says, a coin not earned is a coin lost. So, Filbert and I worked our tails off all day for this order. It was the opposite. He paid in full and even added a bonus for our quick service. It should have been a great deal. But as they were leaving, I noticed the butler picking out some fresh twisty pods from the bags and throwing them away. I stopped him right there and explained those were perfectly good nuts. The white stuff was their natural fuzz, not mold. And guess what? He said he knew they weren't moldy, but they weren't good for extracting oil, so he didn't want them. They didn't buy those nuts to eat. Oh, you won't believe this. He said his master's family bathes in boiled milk every day, and they only use milk from the healthiest cows on the farm. And that's not all. They'd add fresh perfume to the bath milk. They used to use tulip petals for the fragrance, and now they're switching to essential oil from nuts. As for the nuts that couldn't be used for oil, straight into the bin. Exactly. And even if I could look the other way, Filbert wouldn't be okay with it. So I threw his money right back at him and took back my nuts. I just couldn't watch them waste food like that. According to the divine teachings, the worst sin is waste. Huh? That's not what the gods teach. Though what you said does make sense. But something still doesn't feel right. Oh, so complicated. Well, if they have the right to waste their own food, then I have the right not to sell food to them. Oh, if only those who never have to worry about food could see that there are still people starving out there. Anyway, in the end, I got a lecture from a priestess for losing that order. But I still gave all those nuts to people in need. I know what starving feels like. It's awful. I never want that again. And I don't want to see anyone else starve. It feels like there's still a long way to go before Filbert and I can achieve our dream of feeding everyone in the world. Well, I guess I should try even harder. I'm off to gather food with Filbert now. See you around, and don't forget to eat well. Boreal berry juice is just the best this season. So sweet and refreshing, not sour at all. Yum, yum. Can I have the recipe? Filbert would love this too. Thank you. You're so benevolent and philanthropic. Did I get that right? Anyway, you're an angel. Filbert and I used to pick boreal berries very often. Just a little twist and they'd fall into my hands. I'd fill baskets full of them, and Filbert was always so happy hauling them back. One time we ate so many, our tongues and lips turned purple. We spent a lot of time washing our mouths by the stream, but the colour just wouldn't come off. Filbert got so upset she jumped into the stream to wash up, and then a crab under the pebbles pinched her foot. It hurt so much she whimpered. So I jumped right in to save her. And guess what? There was another crab, a really big one. We both ended up soaking wet, limping back with teary purple-stained faces. Priestess MacGuffin patched us up, all the while giving us a good scolding. Since then, every time Filbert passes a berry bush, she just eyes those boreal berries eagerly, but never dares to nibble at one. I'm not, but Filbert shivers whenever she's around. Probably because she threatened to kick her out when we first came. When Priestess MacGuffin first took me in, She was worried that Filbert would eat up all the food in the church and leave everyone else hungry. But it didn't take long for them to realize that she didn't share a pig's voracious appetite and wouldn't devour large amounts of food. Priestess MacGuffin eventually agreed to keep Filbert, though she still complains Filbert isn't cool enough. She'd say things like, "Little Truffle, have you read this Hyperborean novel about a hero who befriends a dragon? Why did they get such cool animal friends and we just have a pig? And here's another novel by a Huashu writer. They have a pig too, but theirs is a celestial general who fights monsters. Does our pig have any special powers?" I would never leave Filbert. Special? She sure is. But I'm curious, why would you think so? She uses her nose to sniff out food in the wild. Actually, all Geniemons have sharp noses. If you ask them nicely, they could help you find food too. Actually, I've really thought about this after Priestess MacGuffin asked me. I once wondered, among all Geniemons out there, why must it be Filbert? But I only thought about it for one night. The next morning, when Filbert nuzzled my face to wake me up, suddenly all made sense. Because only Filbert is my Filbert. The one who helps me dig for mushrooms, carry bags of food handouts, and fight against bullies. She's always been there for me. When I stumble through scriptures, when I get sick, and when I run around on errands. Exactly! Even though many people think Filbert is not cool, and even though there are many Geniemons in this world that can run faster, look cuter, and dig up more mushrooms than Filbert, even if Filbert is just an ordinary pig, Filbert is still the one and only in the world! Commissary Truffle's best partner! Right! Truffle and Filbert together, fighting hunger! I almost forgot. I haven't divvied up today's food. I have to go now. See you next time. I have a really important question. Can you answer it right now? I'm wondering, would you be happy if you get to fill yourself up every day? Then I have another question. Is just being able to fill yourself up every day enough to make you happy? Huh? Really? We might be different then. For me, as long as I get to fill my belly every day, I'm happy. But I have two friends who don't feel the same way at all, so I'm a bit confused. One is a lady from a rich merchant family. She lives out in the suburbs and has loads of shiny gems that can be traded for tons of silver coins. She can easily afford to hire lots of amazing chefs to make as much delicious food as she wants. But she's still not happy. One priestess told me it's because she has to move far away to a city she doesn't like to live with someone she doesn't even know. And the other one's the most devout follower in our church. He traded all the food he saved up for a month for a new set of scriptures at the shrine. I mean, isn't that crazy? Wouldn't he end up starving because of that? He's always been so thin, the wind can easily carry him away like a leaf. But he says that reading the scriptures feeds his soul. I just don't get it. Why are they so different from me? Why are some people still upset even when they're full? And why are some happy even when they're starving? The scriptures say we should all try to make others happy. But how can I make everyone happy? What do you mean? I don't get it. People cry when they're sad, laugh when they're happy, yell when they're upset, and eat when they're hungry. What's so complicated about that? The priestess makes fresh coriander juice for Filbert every day. Coriander tastes weird. Bitter on the tongue, but strangely fragrant. I can only eat it if I hold my nose. Ah, I get it now. Some people love hazelnut milk, but others hate its smell. Filbert loves coriander, but I don't. Our happiness comes from different things. I see. For the two friends of mine, there are things that make them much happier than a full belly makes them, so they don't mind starving. Then, what can I do for everyone? Really? Have I already made a lot of people happy? Thank you. You're so sweet. I fell from a tree picking plums today, but your nice words just made the pain go away. Well, you're smart, and I'm just silly. If even you don't know how to make everyone happy, then I certainly can't figure it out. But I've made up my mind. I'll keep doing my best as a commissary. Maybe I can't make everyone happy. But if filling their bellies makes them even a tiny bit happier, then I'm not failing the teachings of the gods, am I? Oh, thank you. There's so much in this world I don't understand. If I ever get confused about anything, can I still come to you? I can't do that. Filbert would be scared without me by her side. Oh, you mean the nut? Sure! I'll bring you loads of Filberts to fill you up. It's a deal, then. You'll be the official consultant for the great cause of Truffle and Filbert. Pinky promise.